Terrifying archaeological discoveries around the world. You must see at least once. Welcome to ancient history, where thousand-year-old mysteries are revealed through layers of earth and the traces of time. Dear friends, the journey to uncover the past has never been a simple one. It's a voyage through space and time, where each discovery leaves us in awe and sparks countless questions. Have you ever wondered why some ancient skeletons are found without their heads? Or what mysterious force has kept the liquid inside a Chinese princess's tomb from evaporating or decaying for thousands of years? Curled up fossils, ancient treasures hidden away for centuries. It's as if they've all been waiting for us to decode their secrets. Today, thanks to advancements in archaeological technology, the doors to the past are slowly being unlocked. Yet the strange thing is, the deeper we dig, the more vast and mysterious the ancient world becomes. So come along with ancient history on today's fascinating journey as we uncover some of the strangest and most remarkable archaeological mysteries ever discovered on Earth. Headless remains in a 2,100-year-old tomb in Mongolia. In the desolate region of Bayan Bulag, Mongolia, once a frontier outpost of the ancient Han dynasty, archaeologists uncovered a mass grave containing the remains of Han warriors who perished over 2,100 years ago in brutal battles against the Xiongnu Empire. But this is no ordinary ancient tomb. The discoveries within reveal a chilling and gruesome reality of ancient warfare. According to a study published in the Journal of Archaeological Science, most of the bodies bear signs of execution through dismemberment, decapitation, and limb amputation by sword, a barbaric form of execution that also carried profound spiritual significance at the time. Led by archaeologist Alexei Kovalev from the Russian Academy of Sciences, the research team excavated and analyzed over 20 sets of remains. Among them, 17 skulls, all identified as belonging to adult males, were meticulously arranged in a straight line at the heart of the tomb. This arrangement was not random. It suggests a deliberate ritual, either a gesture of respect by those who buried them, or conversely, a cruel declaration of victory by their enemies. According to Kovalev, execution by dismemberment was not merely about killing the enemy. It was a spiritual assault, a way for the Xiongnu to prevent the souls of their foes from reincarnating. For them, death was not the end, and severing the body was a punishment that extended into the afterlife. This explains why many remains were found incomplete, with some decapitated bodies missing their skulls entirely. Some researchers speculate that these heads may have been taken as trophies, a common practice in ancient nomadic cultures, serving as proof of victory. Strikingly, at least 2 sets of remains were found in a kneeling position, suggesting they were executed on the spot. Such burial postures indicate that these deaths were not the result of battlefield combat, but rather a deliberate, cold-blooded mass execution. The tomb, unearthed in Bayan Bulag, was once part of a military fortress built by the Han dynasty in 104 BCE, located just north of the Great Wall of China. At the time, this was a critical defensive line against relentless invasions by the Xiongnu, a powerful nomadic force that frequently raided China's borders. To uncover the identities of the remains, the team conducted DNA analysis on 14 sets of remains. The results confirmed that these individuals were genetically similar to ancient Han Chinese and modern northern Chinese populations, distinct from the Xiongnu or ancient Siberian groups. This evidence establishes that those buried here were Han soldiers, men who fought, guarded the frontier, and ultimately perished in a battle nearly erased from history. From 133 BCE to 89 CE, the Han-Xiongnu conflict raged for nearly 2 centuries. Blood-soaked battles unfolded across the Mongolian plateau, with some of the fiercest clashes reaching the foot of the Great Wall. This was not merely a struggle for territory, but a clash of civilizations. The settled agricultural society of the Han versus the warlike nomadic culture of the Xiongnu. Even after more than 2 millennia, the brutality of that era remains etched in every bone. Each cut, each mark of dismemberment, stands as vivid testimony to the tragedy of these soldiers. They did not merely die in combat, they were likely captured, executed, and treated as symbols of defeat. The discoveries at Bayan Bulag are a fragment of a history we've long overlooked. Thanks to the tireless work of archaeologists, these pieces are slowly coming together. Behind each set of remains lies not just a story of death, but evidence of a ferocious era of warfare, where people were swept into a maelstrom of power, culture, and spiritual beliefs. The excavation is far from over, and mysteries still lie beneath the earth. How many more such tombs await discovery? Can we ever fully unravel the truth behind these horrific dismemberments? Perhaps not for us, but for the experts. One day in the future, they may unlock all these secrets. Don't you think so? A magical treasure worth more than gold among 5,000-year-old remains. The magical treasure I'm referring to is an ancient crystal dagger unearthed from the Montelirio Tholos tomb, located in the Guadalquivir Valley, Spain. This dagger is not just a weapon, but a 5,000-year-old artifact, a testament to the remarkable advancements in craftsmanship of prehistoric civilizations, particularly in its material and intricate detailing. The dagger measures 8.5 inches long, with a blade crafted from transparent crystal and a handle made from meticulously carved ivory. Creating such an artifact 5,000 years ago, when tools and techniques were rudimentary, is an achievement that continues to astonish archaeologists. Crystal was not only a precious material, but also held profound significance in ancient cultures, symbolizing vitality and a connection to ancestors. Tools and weapons made from crystal carried deep spiritual and symbolic value for these early societies. This discovery is particularly significant because crystal, being brittle and difficult to work with, was an uncommon material for crafting weapons during that era. Typically, ancient tools and weapons were made from flint or other hard stones, making this crystal dagger exceptionally rare. It was not merely a weapon, but a symbol of wealth and power, indicating that its owner was likely an elite member of society. Researchers from the University of Granada, the University of Seville, and Spain's Higher Council for Scientific Research conducted excavations at the site from 2007 to 2010. In addition to the crystal dagger, they uncovered a range of other treasures, including 10 arrowheads and 4 sword blades, all with crystal blades. While the handles were made from more common materials like stone or wood, the crystal blades remained extraordinarily rare and finely crafted. These findings suggest a sophisticated crafting process, likely passed down through generations, evolving from stone toolmaking to the advanced technique of shaping crystal. Notably, the crystal dagger is believed to have been crafted from a single block of crystal, measuring at least 8.7 inches long and 2 inches thick. Shaping such a large piece of crystal without breaking it required exceptional skill. Researchers speculate that this technique was developed over generations, involving careful surface polishing to prevent cracking during shaping. Beyond the weapons, the tomb contained the remains of 25 individuals, including several women and one man believed to have died from poisoning. Their bodies were scattered around the tomb, accompanied by offerings such as ivory, jewelry, pottery, and an ostrich egg. These items not only reflect the wealth of the tomb's occupants, but also shed light on the religious beliefs and rituals of ancient people. The discovery gains further intrigue when considered in a broader cultural context. In medieval France, knights embedded crystal fragments into their swords, believing it granted them strength. In Tibet, crystal was thought to aid the recovery of wounded warriors. Thus, this crystal dagger is not only an archaeological treasure, but also evidence of the mystical significance attributed to this material across diverse cultures worldwide. A strange liquid in the ancient tomb of a Chinese princess. In 1986, a remarkable event unfolded in eastern Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region, China, when archaeologists uncovered a nearly 1,000-year-old royal tomb, revealing a story from the Liao dynasty. The Liao dynasty, a significant era in Chinese history from 907 to 1125, left behind this tomb, identified as belonging to Princess Chen of the Liao dynasty, granddaughter of Emperor Jingzong of Liao. From the moment of its discovery, the tomb of Princess Chen captivated experts and the public alike. At the time, historical records about the Liao dynasty were scarce, making each discovery about this era profoundly significant. However, most Liao imperial tombs found previously were severely damaged and held little research value. What stood out in this case was that as experts prepared to move the princess's body to a research lab, a strange white liquid began leaking from a crack in the coffin, flowing out in increasing volume. Upon seeing this, the archaeologists urgently shouted and evacuated everyone from the tomb. They acted swiftly because they recognized that the Khitan people, who ruled the Liao dynasty, had a custom of pouring mercury over the deceased to preserve their bodies. As is well known, mercury is highly toxic. The large amount of mercury used in the coffin explained why the princess's body, over 1,000 years old, remained remarkably intact. However, inhaling significant amounts of mercury vapor could lead to poisoning, convulsions, or even death on the spot, prompting the archaeological team to evacuate the area immediately. What makes this tomb particularly extraordinary is that it contained not only the remains of the revered princess, but also those of her husband, a rare occurrence. Prior to this, Chinese archaeology had only documented cases of concubines being buried alongside emperors or princes. Princess Chen of Liao passed away at the tender age of 18, deeply cherished and favored by her father, the emperor, as evidenced by her multiple title changes. Initially named Princess Taiping, she was later granted the title Princess Yueguo. This also explains why her tomb was exquisitely designed and filled with a vast array of valuable burial goods. According to the tomb's inscription, the princess died suddenly from illness just 2 years after marrying her husband, who was 10 years her senior. Despite the alarming mercury incident, this discovery offered profound insights into the wealth, sophistication, and emotional depth of the Liao dynasty. The tomb of Princess Chen is a vital piece of the vibrant historical puzzle and a wondrous journey for those seeking to uncover their past. A 3,000-year-old ancient village in northern China. In 2023, Chinese archaeologists made a groundbreaking discovery when they uncovered the remains of a village over 3,000 years old in Hebei Province, northern China. Located in what is now Jiaoyao Village in Wu'an City, the site spans approximately 2.37 million square feet and dates back to the Shang Dynasty, 1646 BCE. This discovery not only provides new insights into the lifestyle and social organization of that era, but also unveils mysteries surrounding the construction techniques and culture of ancient inhabitants. At the Jiaoyao Archaeological Site, researchers found significant remnants, including transportation systems, moats, tunnels, water pipes, pottery kilns, and rows of houses. Notably, each house contained a sophisticated heating system, believed to be the prototype for traditional Chinese heated brick beds, designed to keep residents warm during cold weather. This finding highlights the ingenuity in construction and home organization, reflecting how people adapted to the harsh climate of northern China. Additionally, the excavated artifacts from the village are remarkably diverse, including pottery, intricately carved bone hairpins, and oracle turtle shells used for divination. These items hold immense archaeological value and offer deeper insights into the culture and beliefs of the Shang Dynasty people. Wei Shuguang, head of the Shang and Zhou Dynasty Archaeology Research Department at the Hebei Provincial Institute of Archaeology and Cultural Relics, stated that the village might have served as the capital of a tribe or kingdom during that period. As such, this discovery opens new opportunities to understand environmental changes, heating methods, and provides valuable data for studying ancient Chinese civilizations. Fossilized skeletons found, curled up in ancient tombs. Do you know about Vietnam? If you're familiar with this country, you're likely aware of the unity and pride its people have for their homeland. But when it comes to archaeology, that alone isn't enough to capture its significance. Perhaps you're thinking the same. Today, I'll share a chilling archaeological discovery from Vietnam that might change your perception that only Europe, the Americas, or Africa hold strange and mysterious archaeological finds. This story begins in a cave nestled within the ancient forest of Cuc Phuong, located in Ngo Quan District, Ninh Binh Province, Vietnam. Named Dong Nguy Sua, Ancient People's Cave, this site served as both a dwelling and burial ground for prehistoric humans and was discovered by archaeologists in 1966. The cave covers an area of about 323 square feet, divided into 3 chambers, spacious and airy, with its entrance facing southwest. The outermost chamber, wide, bright, and well-ventilated, was chosen by prehistoric people as a living space. The middle chamber, narrow, dark, and damp, was home to bats. The innermost chamber, also dark and humid, features stunning stalactite formations. In 1966, the Vietnam Institute of Archaeology, in collaboration with Cuc Phuong National Park and with assistance from German experts, excavated the cave. The findings revealed a rich and diverse cultural layer, including freshwater and mountain snail shells, animal bones and teeth from gibbons, monkeys, bears, wild boars, deer, and more. Additionally, they uncovered labor tools such as stone axes, stone cutting tools, and a layer of ash and charcoal nearly 6.5 feet thick. Most remarkably, during the excavation, archaeologists discovered 3 tombs at depths ranging from 16 to 55 inches, containing fossilized human skeletons buried in curled-up or squatting positions, remarkably well-preserved, dating back approximately 7,500 years. The prehistoric human remains were buried surrounded by rough stones, with the tomb bases lined with gravel. Some tombs were sprinkled with ochre, and most were placed near hearths. Experts suggest that these tombs, the first of their kind found in sites associated with the Hoa Binh culture, an ancient Vietnamese culture, offer insights into early beliefs and primitive religious practices. Dong Nguyen Sua is a dry cave characteristic of limestone mountains, with cool and airy conditions, which likely made it an ideal living space for prehistoric people. Of the 3 sets of remains excavated, 2 are preserved at the Vietnam Archaeology Museum, while 1 is stored and displayed at the Cuc Phuong Museum. Cuc Phuong National Park spans 3 provinces, Ninh Binh, Hoa Binh, and Thanh Hoa, covering a total area of 55,360 acres. As Vietnam's first national park, it remains a popular destination for both domestic and international tourists seeking relaxation and exploration. If you ever have the chance, visit this place. I'm certain you'll be amazed by what this country and its people have to offer. The mass grave of 800 skeletons. Rupkund Lake, now known as Skeleton Lake, is a glacial lake in Uttarakhand, India, nestled within the Trishul Massif in the Himalayas, hiding a chilling secret, a mass grave of hundreds of human skeletons beneath its waters. This uninhabited site lies at the bottom of a small valley in the Himalayas at an elevation of about 16,499 feet. The lake is shallow, with a maximum depth of approximately 6.5 feet. For most of the year, it is covered in a blanket of snow and ice, surrounded by frozen glaciers. But every May, when the ice melts and the lake's bottom becomes visible, its true nature is revealed. A stunningly picturesque destination, Rupkund attracts adventurous tourists eager to conquer its heights and witness the mysterious mass grave. In 1942, forest rangers in northern India stumbled upon over 200 human skeletons in one corner of Rupkund Lake during the spring thaw. Most of these skeletons were remarkably intact. Further investigation and counting revealed a staggering total of over 800 skeletons of varying sizes. These remains are ancient, with skin, hair, and bones preserved by the dry, cold conditions. Yet their origins and how long they've rested there remain unknown. No one could fathom what caused over 800 people to perish together in this remote valley. Theories ranged from a plague or landslide to a ritualistic mass suicide. For decades, the mystery of Skeleton Lake remained unsolved. Local communities at the foot of the Himalayas share mystical legends about this massive boneyard. One tale recounts that long ago, King Kanaji, along with his queen, children, and entourage, ventured into the Himalayas for a lavish feast. Their revelry offended the goddess Nanda Devi, as the Himalayan peaks are considered sacred and not meant for indulgence. Enraged by their sacrilege, Nanda Devi unleashed a ferocious hailstorm that rained down on the king's party. Another theory suggested the skeletons were Japanese soldiers who died while fleeing to India during wartime. However, the British government quickly formed an investigative team, which determined that the skeletons predated the war, ruling out this hypothesis. Many scholars and British investigators speculated that the remains belonged to General Zorawar Singh of Kashmir and his men, who reportedly got lost and perished in the Himalayas while returning from the Tibetan War of 1841. Yet, radiocarbon dating in the 1960s debunked this theory. The enigma of these ancient skeletons captivated scientists. In 2003, archaeologists from Deccan College in India, alongside German scientists and National Geographic, visited Skeleton Lake to film and study the site. By 2007, with advanced technology, researchers began unraveling the lake's secrets. Examination of the skeletons revealed glass bangles, rings, leather shoes, and bamboo sticks, but no military weapons. Notably, researchers found deep cracks on the skulls, located at the back of the head. These fatal injuries were not caused by landslides or avalanches, but by round objects, similar to cricket balls, striking the victims' heads. DNA analysis and skull examinations confirmed that all victims died from a single, lethal blow to the back of the head by such objects. Scientists concluded that a sudden, massive hailstorm, with hailstones likely traveling at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour, struck the group, leaving them no time to seek shelter. Some survivors, injured by the hail, likely succumbed to starvation or cold. The skeletons, preserved by the lake's frigid temperatures, remained intact for centuries. This explanation is currently the most plausible, but questions linger. Who were these 800-plus people? Why did they venture to this treacherous high-altitude lake only to meet their demise in a catastrophic hailstorm? Of the 31 skeletons with preserved heads, hair, and nails sent to India's Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology for DNA analysis, researchers discovered a peculiar feature: a small bone protruding from the forehead, a trait unique to residents of Maharashtra in south-central India. DNA analysis of 3 samples revealed an identical genetic mutation, unseen elsewhere in the world, except among Maharashtra's migratory populations, indicating these 3 individuals were from the same family and region. Further analysis of the 800 skeletons revealed 2 distinct groups, one of shorter individuals and another of significantly taller ones, dating back to around 850 CE, over 1,000 years ago. The final conclusion suggests that the 800-plus skeletons at Rupkund Lake belonged to Indian pilgrims from Maharashtra who journeyed to the lake. The shorter individuals may have been local residents or guides for the pilgrimage group. While the mystery has largely been solved, Skeleton Lake's allure remains unmatched, drawing explorers to this sacred Himalayan site where pilgrims pray for the souls of those who perished in this harsh landscape. However, this popularity raises concerns about the preservation of the remains. Many tourists visit to view the skeletons, and some even take bones as souvenirs, a deeply regrettable reality. The terrifying archaeological mysteries we have just uncovered are only a small part of the vast treasure of history still buried beneath the earth. The deeper we dig, the more humanity is confronted with shocking truths that go far beyond imagination. What do you think about these discoveries? Are we truly ready to understand all the messages the past is trying to send us? Don't forget to leave a comment below and share your thoughts. If you found this fascinating, be sure to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss the next mysterious discoveries from ancient history. For now, goodbye and see you next time.